Welcome to InformOverload, the show where we take the top trending topics on the internet and then make them more entertaining. I'm your host Johnny Rogers, aka the Bacon Overlord, and to never miss another exciting video, click that subscribe button and ring the bell to join our notification squad. Before we get started, leave us a comment down below with who your favorite celebrity is, and while you ponder that, let's jump right into the top 10 celebrity careers that MeToo destroyed. In at number 10, James Franco. Although his MeToo moment has not hindered his acting career, many believe that the accusations brought against James is what cost him a nomination for his role in The Disaster Artist. After winning a Golden Globe for the movie, 5 women stepped up and accused him of harassment and abuse. One woman said that James pressured her into a situation similar to what Weinstein is facing jail time for. Along with losing the respect of most of his peers, he was also removed from the cover of Vanity Fair and was noticeably absent from the Oscars. A majority of the claims come from former students of his while he was running an acting and filmmaking workshop, and as I mentioned, his movie career seems safe for now, but he certainly won't be mentoring actors anytime soon. In at number 9, TJ Miller. TJ is another actor that's movie career seems to be untouched by the MeToo accusations brought against him. However, when it first happened, he was noticeably absent from the global promo of Deadpool 2. Apparently, a woman came forward and accused Miller of assaulting her in more ways than one, even claiming that the actor punched her in the face. Once this happened, others stepped forward with similar stories. His comedy special that was set to be taped was cancelled, and as we mentioned earlier, he had been dropped from the Deadpool 2 press tour. In at number 8, Jeremy Piven. Recently, Piven has pivoted to doing stand-up comedy, but all of this comes after he was accused by several women for harassment and unwanted advances. Jeremy Piven defended himself by saying, "Careers are being destroyed based on mere allegations." Sure enough, his career was slightly hindered after these allegations resulted in the actor's show, Wisdom of the Crowd, getting cancelled. Although none of these claims have so far affected his future endeavors in both comedy and acting. He sold out multiple nights at the Yuck Yucks here in Toronto and has 4 new movies that are in post-production. In at number 7, Jeffrey Tambor. Working as an actor for more than 4 decades, Jeffrey Tambor's career came to a screeching halt with the start of the MeToo movement. At the time, his career was at an all-time high, with his main role in the show Transparent as well as the comeback for Arrested Development. Slowly but surely, women started coming forward and they all shared an eerily similar story of Tambor making rude sexual comments to them. One of his accusers even said that Jeffrey had been watching her sleep, which is just super weird. His ex-assistant on the show Transparent eventually broke her silence and opened up about what really happened on the set of Transparent, and as a result of her claims, he was fired from the show. In at number 6, R. Kelly. Now, it's important to note with this case that R. Kelly has been accused of nefarious things long before the MeToo era ever began. However, once the ball was rolling, R. Kelly was tossed back into the mix of those being accused of abusing their power of celebrity. So far, the biggest hit to the singer's career was the release of the documentary series called Surviving R. Kelly. According to prosecutors, the current case against him was brought forth on behalf of 4 victims who were between the ages of 13 and 17 when R. Kelly had abused them. As a result of this more recent backlash against Kelly, his concert venues canceled his shows while simultaneously prominent activists and entertainers called for people to boycott him. As I mentioned though, he has been through decades of misconduct allegations before, which have even been made fun of in pop culture films like Scary Movie.
R. Kelly, don't pee on me! My lady lumps! Where are we?
Yet it was not until the MeToo movement though that people started taking the victims seriously. In at number 5, Charlie Rose. Mr. Rose was an American TV journalist and former talk show host from 1991 to 2017. He was also the executive producer and host of the talk show Charlie Rose on PBS and Bloomberg LP. He also co-anchored on CBS This Morning with Gayle King and Norah O'Donnell. Charlie was accused of flagrant and egregious harassment at CBS, for which his accusers said had been going on for decades. There were 13 female CBS employees as well as 14 other women who all said that Rose would routinely expose himself to them, inappropriately touch them, as well as make rude comments directed at them in and out of work. Sounds like a nightmare. Rose was fired from CBS and PBS, and he has apologized but also said, "I do not believe that all of these allegations are accurate." Okay, boomer. In at number 4, Matt Lauer. Matt Lauer is a former television news anchor and co-host of NBC's Today Show as well as a contributor for Dateline NBC. This MeToo accusation shocked many fans of the often smiley and wholesome Matt Lauer. In November of 2017 though, he was exposed as one of the most extreme cases and explicit forms of workplace harassment. Out of all of the reporters that had been caught up in the MeToo movement, Lauer was the worst. More than 10 women who worked for the network had complained about harassment by Matt, and as the story unfolded, his case became even more frightening to hear. Apparently he had installed a button underneath his desk that would allow him to covertly close the office door while seated so that he could lock his victims in the office with him, which sounds like something a supervillain would think of. I mean, really, this is really gross stuff. In his apology statement, Lauer said, "There are no words to express my sorrow and regret for the pain I have caused others by words and actions. To the people I hurt, I am truly sorry." In at number 3, Woody Allen. Woody is another one of those cases like R. Kelly where for literally decades he has faced allegations of misconduct. Once the Me Too movement began, the controversy surrounding the famed director, writer, and actor began to bubble back up. In 1992, his daughter Dylan Farrow accused him of abuse, and strangely enough, his own son Ronan Farrow was the reporter that really kind of kicked off the Time's Up and Me Too movement. His own father was thrown back into the spotlight for this reason. Now Woody is suing Amazon Studios for $68 million after breaching their contract. Allen's claim is that the studio abandoned the deal to make and distribute his movies after more allegations were brought against him, for which he says they knew all about before signing the contract. In at number 2, Kevin Spacey. Kevin for a long time was by far the most demanded actor of his generation. His library of roles was huge and his fame made the actor seem kind of untouchable. Then a man named Anthony Rapp came forward and accused Spacey of forcing himself on him when he was only 14 years old. Following that, 15 other men came forward accusing Spacey of a similar experience. His career was pretty much cancelled at that point, but Kevin found a way to make things even worse for himself. In his apology, he took a moment to come out as gay, for which the LGBTQ community denied any association. As a result of these accusations, Spacey was fired from House of Cards and was removed from the film All the Money in the World. Safe to say the only acting work he'll be doing is on his YouTube page. Last but not least, on our number 1 spot, Bill Cosby. You had to see this one coming as our number 1 spot. I mean, so far Bill Cosby is the only person who is facing real jail time after the Me Too movement destroyed his career. Rightfully so. I mean, what this man did was absolutely deplorable. Cosby was found guilty of 3 counts of drugging and assaulting Andrea Constand in 2004, and more than 60 women have accused Cosby for years of inappropriate behavior. At 80 years old, Bill Cosby is most likely going to die in prison, which is absolutely wild considering for the longest time he was referred to as America's dad. Not only was his career destroyed, but his freedom was as well. With that, let's check out some of your comments from the video titled Untold Truth of Russ McKamey. The Black Vault says, "Sounds like he's just found a way to get away with fulfilling his fantasies that otherwise would be criminal and deviant." Yeah, that's more so how I was leaning with that video. He seems like a very mentally disturbed individual that's just justifying his bizarre behavior by saying it's all for a show. Bro, anyone can put stuff on YouTube, that doesn't mean that it's legal. Madeline Moore says, "I wonder where these so-called actors are from. Do they have to pass background checks? Do they live normal lives outside of this? Does he pay them? Do they ever say no to things he asks them to do to people? So many questions." He definitely finds his actors from Craigslist, and I bet he pays them in dog food. Original Asherella says, "How was he going to pay a $20,000 prize when he can't afford a bag of dog food?" For real, that was the first thing I thought when I read this. For real. Stephen S says, "You look like the Walmart version of McLovin." You're not wrong. I would have also accepted you look like if McLovin was a Walmart greeter. Lily Trang says, "Your key description of him sounded like you were describing Onision to a T." Whoa, you are so right and I didn't even realize that. The strange thing is that the description was straight from the FBI's website about what to look for if you think someone's a serial killer. So, that's a little, take that with some salt. And that has been the top 10 celebrity careers that Me Too destroyed. Thank you for watching Inform Overload, and if you enjoyed this video, then show us some love by tapping that like and subscribe button. Also, make sure you give us a follow on Instagram for tons of behind the scenes content. Links for that will always be in the description below. And while you're there, why don't you leave us a comment with your thoughts on this list. Plus, for more videos like this one, all you gotta do is tap that playlist when it pops up on your screen. For my own, my name is Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy. Top 10 celebrity careers that Me Too destroyed. Sorry guys. One last time. We got this. Top 10 celebrity careers that the Me Too destroyed. That the Me Too destroyed? Why is it so hard to say? Top 10 celebrity careers that Me Too destroyed. I got it. 4th time's the charm. Although his Me Too movement. In at number 6, R. Kelly. More like R. Smelly. R. Kelly, don't pee on me. The biggest hit to the singer's career was the release of the documentary series Missing a couple words from a sentence. Once the Me Too movement began, the controversy surrounding the famed director. Burp dab. Did they ever say no to things that they asked? Do they ever say no to things he asked them to do to people? Not that hard, Johnny. Not that hard.